Okay, so we live in Vero Beach, Florida, where I work at a United Church of Christ church, and I work at a UCC church with youth and families, also on a project called C2, which is our shot at a contemporary style service that uses a lot of multimedia liturgy that is built upon a progressive theology and an open and affirming environment. So I'm really excited to be a part of this class, and I mean that. It's been neat to get to share some of my seminary journey with my family, but it's also been neat to get to share some of my family journey with CTS and my community there. The best example of that is when my wife was placed on bed rest at 26 weeks into a pregnancy with Caleb. That was in the fall semester. 13 weeks later, Caleb was born, and that was a part of the spring semester this past year. So aside from being a little embarrassed that I've had a pretty legitimate excuse to be missing a couple of good class sessions, what that experience gave to me was an understanding of all that the CTS community can be, which is not just intellectual driven. It's not just conceptual and based on what we're learning, but it's also based on what we're experiencing. And I've felt the support and encouragement of the CTS community, and so is my family. So with that, I say I'm excited to take this next leg of the journey with you all. I'm really excited every time we gather because there's always something that I didn't know. And my journey into CTS was reluctant, not because of CTS, but because I've always been afraid to embrace a calling into ministry because I'm not sure what the future holds for the church or what the future holds for me, and it's a very heavy responsibility to commit to pastoral leadership. At least I think so. And so I was afraid, and what I did was I said, well, I'm going to call the 7 UCC seminaries, and they're not going to let me attend while still working my job. I can't move. So I called all 7. 6 didn't answer, and CTS answered. And there were 3 folks that day that were willing to talk to me and encourage me and tell me that they'd love for me to experience a course at CTS. And I said, okay, well, fine. But I'm not going to take a fun one. I'm going to take a really hard one so that I'll know this isn't for me. I took Intro to the Hebrew Bible, and it was a blast. So more and more, CTS has been the community where I've kind of become more comfortable embracing the moment, embracing learning about the church's history, about the church's future, about so many things that it might be hard to articulate. But the point is, CTS has been the place where I've embraced a calling into ministry. Although I don't know what that means, but I do know this, that the experience I'm gaining here in this community allows me to be best equipped to have a conversation about where the future of the church needs to be. So I'm excited for that, and I'm excited for this course with you all.